Hey yo, George, how's it going? George. Hey yo. Let's let people know that I'm live though. Give me 1 second. Live now. Okay. Let's see. You got T5 finally after 55 days? You are a whale, sir. Big whale move right there, I must say. 55 days T5? Man, that is crazy. Alright, let's see what rewards I'm gonna get on my alliance mobilization for my main account. And then we'll go ahead and move to more than gem event for my restart. And I kind of flashed in the beginning, but we're gonna do the tier maker again, but this time for KvK 2. I added a bunch of different stuff on the bottom. And let's see where that gets us. Alright, so what am I selecting for yours? Obviously, healing speed ups. Armament choice chest for me is actually still the best. Healing. Equipment. Armament chest. Food. Armament chest. Chest piece. Now this is confusing, but well, I already got 3 here, so I'm gonna go with yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. Actually, no. You know what? Screw it. I might get the armament chest. Commander. What do I need? Do I need anything at this point? I'll probably say Scipio Amelianus for like future rally a garrison with cavalry. Okay, but I'll go with the chest piece either way. Armament and then chest piece. Let's get it. Alright, got some armament stuff. Oh my. How's your day going, my friend? George? Oh. Daily offers. I'm gonna switch over to Scipio Amelianus. Let's see if we get anything from John of Arc Prime. Not too lucky. Okay. Transmutation sounds nice. Alright. Let's see. Alright. More than gem is still going on. Let's go ahead and open those armor and chests up though. Let's see if we get lucky. Ooh, okay. I knew both of them were non. Furious is not too bad, isn't it? But it's a scroll, so no one really cares about the scroll one because you're gonna inscribe it with legendary anyways. Infamy is not too good. for emblem slot. Overall, not too good. Alright, let's go. No special inscription whatsoever. Ouch. Nothing too exciting, but armor reveal thyself will happen tomorrow. And I am very close to hitting... Yeah, I'm very close to hitting the... What's this called? Pity. So... I'm 18 and 1 extra rare inscription away from hitting the full pity. So... Let's see. I'm not spending any more gems on this account until tomorrow too. I have like 3,000 saved, 30,000 saved up. I did use a little bit to get some materials yesterday, but today I'm not gonna do that. So yeah. Let's see if I get. No, you can't roll up to 60% of training. Okay, yeah. Anyways, so that was it on main account. Let's go ahead and send out some farms. Yeah, let's go ahead and send out some farms, and then we'll come back to this account later. Because my main is not gonna be the spotlight for today. It's gonna be my restart account that's gonna be spotlighted today. Alright, let's move on to my restart. Let's see. Alright, restart account. Get some VIP points claimed up. Ooh, Lucerne Scroll is back on this account. That's nice. City theme? What does this give you? 5% infantry health. Not too bad. Not too amazing. The main thing for me here is VIP points, gold has gems, and this one right here, Hope Cloak. Okay, they don't give you the choice chest, huh? Either they patched it so they give you like the choice chest, but yeah, Hope Cloak is nice. That's gonna be amazing for my restart project. So let's unlock this one right here. Yeah, let's do this. And I gotta do some quests over the next whatever time for this account then. I'm gonna be extra busy here. Is it Mauderers up though? Oh, the Mauderers are up on this account too. Okay, let's just get the first things first though. Alliance mobilization. For this account, I need speed up, and all of them in research speed up because it's not T5 yet, and it's far from what's this called, T4 Max 2. Crystal Key I think is the best. This one's hard. Okay, I think still the research speed up is better. On this, I'll say stone, crystal keys, and then chess piece. You know what? Like, what are the odds that I'm gonna get something useful from crystal keys? I'm gonna change it to gold keys on this account. Like, you never really get lucky with crystal keys on anything that you do. So let's go ahead and get these. All right. The main item there was the chess piece because that puts me 1 fragment away from Dragon Breast's plate blueprint fragment, which is kind of annoying. If I was whaling, I would have actually used the VIP shop until I got the chess piece. But I'm not whaling on this account, so yeah. I am 1 blueprint fragment away from hitting a full blueprint on the chest piece, which is kind of annoying. But hey, it is what it is. I'm okay. Now for more than gem, obviously I think I do need to push 25,000 VIP points here. That'll put me pretty close to maxing it, but I'll be still like what, 25,000 away? No, 20,000 away. 25,000 gems away from it. I did going against what Kevin suggested me yesterday. I did get the Revival Gauntlet. I got lucky with the craft though, so I was able to get the crit one, which I think was worth it from the dig event. Now I am sitting at what, 56% stats overall for archers with 15.5% health. Not too terrible. I did craft also this D-Lion's Amulet. I thought was like, why not? Why not craft this? Because at the end of the day, I think this account might have a Siege Marsh that would just help my main account out at the end of the day. So that's what I was thinking. So yeah, that's why I had those. Alright, let's see what else is valuable here. Ooh, new commander. Oh, look at that. Richard is coming to this. Maybe once Richard does come in 7 days, I'll switch over to Richard until he's 5-1-1 at least, and then maybe I'll use him. I don't know. Right now, Med is still the best option because I need something to go off of until I get YSG, and then I need 2 commanders expertise that is not YSG for me to get full value of the commander swap event, right? Hey, Mattia, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream, man. Alright, so I need 20. Let's see if I can get this, though. If I get lucky, I might be able to open 20. Let's see. 1? 1. Okay, well, that's disappointing. One fragment. To be fair, I got 10 yesterday, but like, oh my god, that is one unlucky pull that I have right here. How about the gold keys? I got the gold keys instead of crystal keys just in case. Oh, 3. Okay, 3 most pieces are not bad. Ragnar's trash for me. I don't really use Ragnar on this account. But 3 pieces of Tutmos is actually not bad. How many blueprint? I still need a lot more. But once I do have enough gold tests for YSG, and once I do have YSG kind of expertise after his wheels shows up, which I'll be pretty close though. I'll have what, 13 more from this today for gemming the VIP points here. Then I'll have then I'll have enough gold tests for me to invest in Tutmos and Med and those 2 commanders only, just because at the end of the day you need 2 spare commanders for me to swap to legendary commander swap event, and I'll probably swap Tutmos to Qin Shi Huang. I'll swap Med to most likely Arthur or whoever the pairing is, or maybe engineering commander. This is a restart project, so I don't know if I want to go full out on this for field fighting. Instead, I'll maybe go for 1 strong march and then 1 Gonzalo maybe, but we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. Alright, let's go ahead and get the gems rolling. Alright, I just need to hit 5 times of this 5,000 VIP points. Let's go ahead and get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ouch. Okay. That puts me very close to VIP 14. But I can't use all the gems right now, though. Because when the YSG wheel does come around, I might need to... Ooh, I got the 5 gold test from Karok's Ceremony Wars. That's nice. How many gold tests do I get then? 512. Not bad. Probably borderline okay for me to get YSG though. Eventually. So if I spin 100 times on the YSG wheel, that will get me around 100 sculptures. So I still need a lot more, but once I do unlock him, that will get me Riders of History for 10 goldas. So I need what, like 80 more for me to have Expertise YSG. It's not too bad. Med could be used eventually if YSG does get leveled up to 50 or higher, because he does have 20% skill damage if he is 5511. But Tutmos is pretty good too. It's just that he's harder for me to skill up because he's not in the daily shop. Wait, is he in the daily shop right now? Daily offer? No. Yeah, Tutmos is not in the daily offer, so I'm surprised that Richard is coming before Tutmos, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's check out the Alliance stuff. AE members only. To fire everyone up for Eve of the Crusade Mauderers, we're putting up viewers for our Alliance's top 3. Okay. Top 1 gets 80 million resources plus $3 flux. Okay, that's good, but okay. Cool. And I get weird messages from these people that I joined like for like a day when I first started, so I hate the fact that I keep getting their mail. Anyways, Kingdom announcement. Oh my god, so many. A new code? Okay, let's actually get that though. Wait, why do I not? QBGX. Let me go ahead and write it down. New code apparently QBGX2M8SFK. Okay. Let's try this out. That'll be sick if we can do that though. Oh, nice. What do we get? What do you get from that? Oh, actually pretty decent though. Oh, keep the click. Oh, that's why I screwed up. Hey, pretty good stuff. 2 crystal keys, 200 gems. I'll take it. I'll send it to my friends here. Apparently new code. And then let's share it in the Musa's cult. Alright, so that was good. AE cores. Okay, rune cording groups. Whatever. Stage 1 Mauderers, Stage 2 Barbarian Force. Okay, it's just letting all the first time KvK 1 players to know. Alright. That is all good. That is all good. Let's open those things up. I call myself a Rise of Kingdoms YouTuber, and I don't know how to copy it on my PC. Frederick, I didn't know I own 30 sculptures of Frederick. So let's take a look at that later, maybe. Because Frederick's actually pretty strong if he's expertise. I don't need more Kusanagi. Oh, Charles Martel sculptures are nice. Nothing too exciting. Where am I with Frederick? Where's Frederick at? Maybe he's usable. Because if you're using Frederick, if his expertise, he does up to like 2400 damage factor. He kind of just does it in a Sargon way. So, but 2400 damage factor in KvK 1 is kind of crazy. But if he doesn't, you get 80% chance, and chance of you hitting all 3 of those 800 damage factor is very low. So that's why a lot of people don't use Frederick. But Charles Martel, I'm not building him yet. I mean, I was hoping that he'll be 5-1-1-1 so I can actually level him up by the time that we do start fighting. And then pair him up with Sun Tzu. But at this point, it might be easier for me to just go with Richard. Just because of how much stronger Richard is in general. So we'll see. Maybe I'll switch over from Med for a bit, and then level up Richard so that Richard actually has, yeah, at least usable level of skill ups. We'll see. Young account problems. Young account problems, guys. Oh, Mulan. Okay. Let's see if I can land on EXP bonus. Ooh, let's go. 30%. It's not too bad. You really gotta max this skill up though if you want to use Mulan, because like that's 90%, right? And then the guy that you get for free, which is, where's our boy Lohar at? Yeah, Lohar. Yeah, Lohar you get like 70%, and you get Lohar for free, right? So, not too sure. Like, you really gotta be like one of the higher spender people for you to actually make good use of Mulan earlier on. KvK's 5-1, which is not bad too. And all the Kusanagi heads that I got after I hit Kusanagi is kind of going to waste. I do have Baibar's max though. He's a pretty good commander for KvK 1. Yeah, so well, that's not too bad. So I'm gonna see if there is anything that I can do around though. Is there any Mauderers around me? Doesn't look like it. Alright. Let's use up some action points that I have right now so I'm not wasting on any action points. And then once I'm done with that, I'm gonna switch over to our main dish today, which is KvK 2 Spendless. KvK 2 Whale Spendless, I would say. This is a series that I did a couple weeks ago, or a week or so ago. Yo Buzz, how's it going? Long time no see, Musa. I thought I saw you this week. I thought I saw you earlier today. Earlier this week. Anyways, yeah, so this is a tier list that I'm gonna make with you. And we did it like a couple weeks ago for KvK 1 Spendless, where I was like, okay, well, where does Kraken do in terms of VIP points? All those different packages that you actually have, like, where do they land? And it actually was one of the most viewed videos that I've posted in a while. The repository of that live stream actually hit more than 1,000 views. So I'm gonna make a sequel of it, and then there was also a request for KvK 2 stuff. So let's see. Oh, interesting. Yeah, you're gonna participate in it, my friend. I don't know, man. The whole week has been a blur. Oh, what's going on, dude? Did you hit VIP 19 or 20 SVIP? You told me like yesterday that you were thinking about gemming it, so I don't know how that went. War forever? What is this? Defeat barbarians. Okay, I'm definitely gonna do that when the Mauderers do come. Oh, Mauder. There's one Mauder here. Let's go ahead and catch this guy. I don't know how strong Mauderers is in KvK 1, to be honest. And like, except for my main archer march, all my other marches are kind of trash. So, yo, Basic. Good morning, my friend. Long time no see, Basic. You been busy lately? It's like a level 25 barb. Okay, I think that should be fine. I can't be like killing too many of those because, ooh, gold chest. All right. Our kingdom mates are spending. That's a good thing. It's always good for me, at the very least, because I get free VIP points and all the good gem stuff that I need for the next KvK, or at least for YSG. Yeah, I got VIP at 19 earlier. That's nice, dude. I swear some people are like, long time no see and it's been days. Yeah. I spent like 140k gems earlier. Man, that's crazy, dude. On my main, I'm like 700,000 gems away, so I'm not even gonna like look at that VIP 19 direction, but we'll see. My adult life was mostly spent in the army, so I'll just be gone for months and years. Oh wow, okay. Well, thank you for the service if you have served US military. But mainly I use Twitch, so I actually have to be on YouTube to see YouTube. Oh, I see. Yeah, maybe I'll add Twitch. It's just a little bit more difficult for me. If I have big enough of an audience, I would. But like usually I get like 10 people watching, so not too sure if moving to Twitch is a good thing. I need to also figure out whether or not like the stream software supports restream or simultaneous streaming. So Hannibal isn't worth the buy, right? He is not worth it, but he does have those like Book of Covenants that are worth a lot. So some whales do buy it. Like if you think about it, Book of Covenant 2000 is like what, worth like 20,000 gems, right? So some whales think that, okay, well, it's like I still get the gem value, because you have to hit VIP, you have to hit the, what's this called? The research center, 25 anyway, so the bundles are okay, maybe, but only for very, very early game players. I didn't get it. I don't think it's worth it. But some people do think it's usable. So let's go ahead and kill this guy, and then we'll go ahead and move on to the tier list. We'll make it together. Last time I did it, there's a video about it, and we like put some crazy stuff there. We're gonna do that together today as well. It's gonna be exciting, guys. You already got already all building maxed, then it's not worth it. If you got everything maxed out already, there's no way that's worth it. Another thing that I do wanna suggest against you getting, let me just get this. I do not recommend that you get this. Trial of the Lost Kingdom. 15% cavalry defense. A lot of people got it. I got it myself from my old days when I was dumb and I didn't know what the right decisions were. I got it. It's not worth it. I would say don't get it. Yeah, it's $100 for practically nothing. If you crit the epic weapon, it's almost the same as this one. You can't iconic it. You can't do anything. So like, yeah, I don't recommend that you get this at all. Anything else? Honestly, there's nothing that's like in the VIP shop that is worth it. Except Minamoto is my suggestion. Oh no. What do you mean, fuck? Did you already get that? Did you already get the weapon? It's fine, I have it on my main. But yeah, it's not the best equipment in terms of value. It's what I was saying. To be fair, cavalry does have very strong favoritism against the stat defense. So if you get enough defense for cavalry, it's actually not a bad idea. It's just that, yeah, it's not the best thing to get at the end of the day. Mighty's Governor event for El Cid. Okay, 2,000 gems. I thought the next Mighty's Governor would actually be something different, but okay, cool. Alright, let's go move forward, guys. Let's go ahead and move on. Let me go ahead and start the recording again. Alright, let's go ahead and get started on the Whale Spend List version KvK 2. So, for those of you who are not familiar with this tier list, and I'm gonna make it together with the chat here, is that this is a tier list for people who are spending in the game. And I have separated the tiers of those players based on their spend amount, or expected spend amount, or average spend amount, whatever you like to call it, per each month. And then we're gonna actually say, okay, if you're a KvK 2 player here in Rise of Kingdoms, what would you expect those people to spend on? For example, oh no. Wow, I got a call from some random people. Wait, anyways, so for example, free-to-play players will not be able to afford things like, I don't know, Minamoto. By definition, free-to-play players do not have Minamoto, right? So it will go up to like Goldfish players. Goldfish players are the people who have actually spent money on this game, and who spent up to $200 total. And then that's basically where Minamoto will move up to. If you spend any dollars in Rise of Kingdoms, you get Minamoto for free. And let's say SVIP is just for Krakens or for Ego only category. So that's how this tier list works. What's that's your ringtone? Yeah, it's a ringtone that will just let me know that I got a call, man. I got a call twice though. I think someone got the wrong number. So let me just go ahead and let them know. No. Never mind. Anyways, so we have a couple things that I added from the last tier list, and those are this row right here. Obviously Constantine is KvK 2 specific, and then we have Uzi Tian, which is a garrison specific commander. But then again, you have to actually get out of your way for you to get Uzi Tian. I know that she is actually acquirable to a certain degree from Mighty's Governor event, I think. But then again, must be nice being popular, and that is not popular at all, my friend. Mighty's Governor event. But you know, the fact that you're actually investing gold keys, gold heads into Uzi 10 for you to enhance your currently best, let's say, Charles Mattel and YSG most likely, say something about you, right? Because that means that you actually care about Garrison. You actually care the little marginal difference between performance of Charles Mattel, YSG, and Uzi 10. So that's what that means. Obviously, Edward or Ustok and Tomeris rally is actually a big thing. So that will be actually something that I added together. I also added equipment sets by each stage. You can see that this is a budget set for infantry with some of the value blue and purple pieces, along with the legendary pieces that you can actually get from either Lucifer's Scroll or the KvK shop. So that's basically what that is. And then I actually gradually built it up so that you have this one right here that's basically the budget set, this one right here that uses the Hope Cloak and Eternal Night, and this one that actually uses full legendary set for infantry along with the best kind of accessories. Nowadays, infantry set pieces actually are valued more than Hope Cloak and Eternal Night, and the fact that you make those optimizations for you is also really good. And also I made a set that doesn't really use legendary accessories as well. So those are the things that I added. I also added armaments, and you can see that I have full special inscription armament, some special inscription armament, and then one special inscription armament with some other inscriptions on it. So those are also being added to this list because of the fact that KvK 2 actually adds those things into the game. All right, so that was pretty much everything that I needed to talk to you about. Let's just go ahead and jump right in to the tier list. Now, let's start from the upper left corner. So the basic materials, I would say even Goldfish would actually get the basic material ones. And actually no, let's go ahead and start from the very start, the VIPs. So by KvK 2, would free-to-play people actually be able to get VIP 10? This is a hard question. Would VIP 10 actually belong in Plankton or Goldfish? Can free-to-play people actually reach VIP 10 in KvK 2? I don't think so. Like you at least have to buy the month, like the daily bundle for gems, I think, for you to hit VIP 10 for free to play, even if you're really eager to get all the gems. And this is where it was in KvK 1 tier list. I'm gonna move that right there. If you guys disagree, it depends on kingdom. That's correct. If you have a really strong alliance and if you fortunately have been in one of the higher spending kingdoms, you might be able to actually hit VIP 10. You know what? I'm gonna move it down to VIP free to play. VIP 10, I think, is achievable for free to play players. In KvK 2, by KvK 2, maybe by the end of it, perhaps. But this is where I think everyone should be aiming for at the end of the day too, because you want that one gold head per day, even as a free-to-play player, right? So I would say VIP 10 probably belongs in Plankton at this stage. I know that we talked about VIP 10 being in Goldfish stage for KvK 1, but the time has passed, 2 to 3 months has been passed, and I think VIP 10 is achievable even for free-to-play players. Depending on the kingdom, of course. Depending on the player kingdom, but I think this is good. Alright, and I'll just put in Lohar. Lohar because you'll be farming bars a lot. You should be building a little hard regardless. Anything else here? Would I put some like materials? I would say yeah. Free-to-play players can use some of their gems on equipment pieces by the time that you do reach. Yeah, you do reach. What's this called? KvK 2. Anything else? Is T5 unlock possible for KvK 2 players? If they're free to play? No, that is not possible. I just did the math in my head. I was like, there's no way that you're gonna get. Yeah, you're never gonna get T5 as free to play in KvK 2 unless you're one or two of those best players in Rise of Kingdoms. 511 Richard actually is a good point, because if you're getting Richard, you're usually getting it for farming barbs. I think unlocking Richard might not be a terrible idea for Plankton players in Rise of Kingdoms. And yeah, I would say Richard is a good choice. 100% agree. I would say YSG is also a good choice for unlocking. And I'll just add another YSG for expertising. Let's see. Do I have a expertise version of YSG somewhere, icon-wise? It should be somewhere here. There you go. Ooh, I have so many of those good commanders. Okay. I have the expertise version of those commanders here and there. I'm just going to grab all of them. I don't know if I'm going to use them, but let's see. Yeah, expertise-wise, probably not a good idea. Not even possible for free-to-play, but 5011 Richard, I get it. I think unlocking Richard and YSG for free-to-play does make sense, in my opinion, for you as a free-to-play player. Anything else? I don't think anything else. To be honest, I think you should just focus on Richard YSG as much as possible as free-to-play player. You don't really get to buy anything else on the bottom side too. I would say you probably shouldn't even aim for speed up for the gems. Just make sure that you try to get as much VIP points pushed out and close to VIP 10 as possible, so that you get 1 gold test per day every single day. Alright, let's move on to Goldfish tier. Obviously, if you get to Goldfish tier, you do unlock. Where is Minamoto? I just moved it. Oh yeah, you do unlock Minamoto. Minamoto gets automatically added if you spend at least $1 into these games. So Minamoto unlock is possible. I would say Goldfish players, if they really thrive, VIP 12 might be possible. Hey Johan, how's it going? VIP 12 might be possible. VIP 12? Yeah, up to $200 if you spend up to $200 in Rise of Kingdoms throughout your lifetime. I don't think it's a terrible idea. I would say the growth fund is another one. Like if you're spending some money on this game, growth fund is a great place. It does say that it does give you 20 times the value, and they mean it, like 20 times the value for the gems. And that is one package that I would say for like small fishes like Goldfish should absolutely get. Crazy stuff. And then maybe the 30-day gem supply for a limited time. It says right here 50% off, because if you actually buy the 30-day gem supply for the very first time, you get the 50% off, and you can get it for $5 per month. It's worth it. I think a lot of people will actually get it. Period. I think that's probably where most of the Goldfishes will actually spend. Those are probably the most valuable bundles that you can actually get in Rise of Kingdoms. I would say Riders of History also. If you're spending any money in this game, yeah, Riders of History is probably where you start off with. You get 10 gold heads per unlocking new commanders, new legendary commanders, and you don't get that value anywhere else in this game, right? I wouldn't say daily pass just yet, because daily pass you need consistent flow of spending, and I think that's more for the next tier. I would say you can be gemming some equipment blueprints. That's what the blue means. You could be gemming some of them. I don't think T5 for Goldfish is possible even in KvK 2, in my opinion. Do you think YSG expertise falls into Goldfish? I don't know. Let's ask the chat. The 4 legendary pops up. Oh yes, yes, yes. Do I not have that here? Oh my god, I don't have the... I do not have the Vanquisher pop up here. That's interesting. I thought I added it. Let's see. Vanquisher pop up. Vanquisher pop up. There you go. Do I not have the Vanquisher pop up in here? That is very weird. Let's find the Vanquisher pop up. Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna go ahead and screenshot that, and I'll add it to this, because Vanquisher is actually really important. For those of you who are watching this and like, oh yeah, like, why is this not there? Yeah, I don't want them to have the wrong idea. Yeah, Vanquisher is very important. Good job, good job. Vanquisher is definitely one of them. YSG expertise for KvK 2 for Goldfish is still possible. Yeah, I would say, like, if you're VIP 12, that pop-up is gold. I agree. Vanquisher is #1. Probably the best, one of the best value packages. It gives you, I think, 4 to 5 legendary materials. One legendary material is probably like what, like 2,400 gems? Yeah, it is 2,400 gems if you buy from the VIP shops, and you get like 5 of those. It's just absolutely crazy. This is as good as the Riders of History, and yeah. I'm glad that you mentioned it. Anything else can Goldfish player who has limited budget in Rise of Kingdoms, who doesn't really spend on a monthly basis, but have like zero other places that you actually spend. Oh, actually, so this, I would say egg event Goldfish players can actually participate in, just because of the fact that, you know, where else are they going to get equipment, right? I have other icon for egg event full roll, and this is not full roll. I think all Goldfish players, if they have enough gems, they should at least spin 10 times and then get the basic rewards for the universal legendary stuff, and then just go ahead and wait for the next one. So I would say the basic version of egg event is still within the Goldfish. Anything else can a Goldfish player do? Oh, let me actually add. How did I forget this? Okay, Alexander the Great, expertise. Alexander the Great on expertise. I would say you can unlock Alexander the Great if you want to. If you're infantry main, definitely, I think. Yeah, I think Alexander the Great could be used by a Goldfish player. Like, I would say 5-5-1-1 and then just using it. He's on expertise, so I think that's fine. So yeah, I think this is pretty decent stuff. I don't think he can still hit T5. Yeah, 2 hits 100 is impossible for Egg Event. I agree, L1. Alright, that's pretty good. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and move on to Tuna Player. I think if you're having a monthly budget like Tuna Player, that's when you can actually look into perhaps hitting VIP 14. You can definitely look into getting 30-day gem supply. For the first time purchase gems, this is actually just first time purchase gems. When you get 200% value, I would say this is actually possible for Tuna players. Just because it's the first time that you actually get it. It's not a bad deal in my opinion. And then I would say getting the daily pack for certain commanders, if you have monthly budget, that is absolutely possible too. What else can a Tuna player afford? I would say this is where you can start making like a budget legendary mix set, right? You can mix epic and legendary equipment for KvK 2 in my opinion. If you actually check out what I actually posted up there, that's actually Hope Cloak and whatever you basically get from either Lucifer Scroll or the KvK shop. So I think that's Tuna players where you actually can start looking into a very budget set and then wait for the KvK weapon and helmet in the future and all that stuff. I think this is where you can start buying an epic material chest. Dailies, yeah, the dailies right here. And what else? What else can a Tuna player afford? Well, I would say Tuna player can also afford. I think Saladin can also be Goldfish, but this is Midas Government event, right? So I'll say you can unlock Saladin. And I'll say some Midas Governor event. Not top 3, but if you're in like top 100 or whatever it is, I think Midas Governor event, you can still participate in it. You might be able to get 1 or 2 Midas Governor event commander unlocked like Saladin itself. So yeah. For $90 a month, you get like 400 daily sculptures. Yeah, 130. It's a lot. Yeah, I agree 100%. Dailies are really, really good. And it also gives you a lot of boost in VIP points. Because if you buy dailies, you get what? 1,200 gems. But they also give you 750 VIP points. That means that if you're gemming something, gemming the VIP points, then you're getting the double value, practically speaking, because that's 1950 gems, and that is like $10 worth for worth of VIP points that you can get from the gemming, where you're only spending $3. It is pretty crazy stuff. And also at the same time, I forgot about this, but this is pop-ups. King's Coronation. I kind of meant this as pop-ups that you get as you kind of go along the way. I would say if you're a Tuna player, you can actually get all the pop-ups running. I would say even T5 is possible for Tuna players. What do you think? T5 KvK2 possible for Tuna? I would say it is, but I'm not 100% sure. I think $200 per month, Tuna players. Yeah, I think T5 might be possible. No? KvK2? Yeah. Yeah, I'm on the fence. You don't think so? Okay, let's move that up to a shark later. Yeah, T5. Yeah. I mean, for my restart, I don't think I can unlock it by KvK 2 anyways. For you to unlock T5, you need a lot of gems so that you can actually buy the Arrow of Resistance as well as Book of Covenant. If Tuna plays a lot and have farms, I think it's possible. Yeah, if you are like crazily farming gems and all your resources are just coming from farms, I think it is possible. But I think generally it might be safer for us to actually go ahead and move that up to shards. KvK 2, maybe KvK 3, I think Tuna, like, it's safe to say that Tuna players can actually get it. What else is there? I think Tuna players can get Expertise Minamoto. It really depends on players. Richard YSG Expertise can chain like yeah, that's true. Richard YSG can chain like crazy, so I don't think we should put Richard Expertise in Tuna because Richard doesn't need Expertise at all. So I'm gonna move Richard Expertise up a bit because I think that's a very selective thing. Like, everyone just gets Richard at 5511 or 5111 and just use him for whatever it is and then just throw him away, right? So I would say, even for Tuna players, Richard's Expertise is not something that I would recommend at all. Hello, John. How's it going, dude? Oh no, I wrote the wrong John. Cyrus the Great is good for chaining. Do people actually get Cyrus now? I know that Cyrus was just added to KvK 2. Maybe unlocking Cyrus might not be a terrible idea. Because, like, if Cyrus's AoE can help with the whole farming, then I think it might not be a terrible idea. Let me see if I have Cyrus the Great on here. Commanders, Commander, avatars. There you go. Do I have Cyrus in here? It should be. I'm looking at the official Rise of Kingdoms. Is this Cyrus? See, like, I don't even know how Cyrus looks like. I think this is Cyrus. This is Cyrus, right? Okay. So I would say if Richard 5511 even for the whales, I agree 100%. At 1111, okay. The Cyrus the Great unlocked 1111. Might not be a terrible idea if you want to farm barbs. 100%. I think that's a fair point. Anything else? I would say this is it. I would say this is pretty solid right there. Okay, let's move on to the shards. Now, shards are people who have a budget of up to $500 per month. I would say right off the bat, T5 is possible for shards, 100%. I would say they would buy dailies on daily basis. I do not think VIP 17 is possible for shards. Oh, and for the speed ups, I'll just say tunas would buy some speed ups. Sharks would buy more speed ups. You can see that the 8-hour and 1-hour difference. That's basically what I mean. I would say sharks are where you actually start spinning egg event 100 times. Fully. What does he even do? He does AoE damage. That's all he does. He's not really that great for anything else. He's practically supposed to be best pairing for archers for YSG on the field, but if you count all those other non like archer combinations that gets added to KvK2 with YSG, he's not even the best in my opinion. So yeah, I would say Cyrus, don't even work on it. But if you work on it, just unlock him for whatever you are doing. 511 is fine. For the Barbarian Train is what I would say. Yeah, again, for Sharks, this is where you can actually start getting 100 spins on Egg Event. 100%. I don't think Tunas should be doing 100 spins on Egg Events, because that's a lot of gems. I don't think Sharks have a chance at VIP 17 just in general. I would say if they can get their hands on the materials, although I think you don't. When do the legendary material chests actually get opened up? Is it VIP 16 or 17? Legendary, oh, it's 18. Never mind all that. Never mind all that, my friends. Yeah, Sharks wouldn't even get this. Yeah. What else can they do? Yeah, I don't think VIP 17 is possible. I think Sharks are probably where you can get at least one special inscription or more from the KvK. Like if you're on their top 20 or something like that from KvK 1, you get a special inscription, I heard. I think this is like the borderline when you can actually start getting those. But what do you think? Is one special inscription in KvK 2 impossible for Sharks or not? What do you guys think? I think it's possible, to be really honest with you. What do you think? Oh, let me also find the Saladin, expertise Saladin, if they have one here. If I have added them here. Do you have expertise Saladin here? I don't think I do. Oh no. I don't think I have expertise Saladin here. Let's just add another Saladin and then let's just call this expertise Saladin. How about that? Speaking of expertise Saladin, the reason why I was looking for it is because I think Sharks are where you can actually start expertising Alexander the Great. I think this is where you can start expertising Saladin. I don't think you should be doing Richard's expertise here. I don't think any of those should be unlocked. Maybe Constantine might be unlockable. I would doubt it, but Saladin 5551, yeah, go. I think let's just call this 5551. I think it's good that I couldn't find the expertise Saladin, to be honest with you now, because you should not be investing in Saladin at beyond 5551. I did it myself when I was playing my main account. But Saladin expertise, not the best thing in the world, I would say. And I couldn't swap him out. I couldn't commander swap him out because of the fact that I had Charge Martel and Double C as best alternative, and you know sometimes you actually get his skills from auxiliary or support, and they actually do work really well on some KvKs. So yeah, 5551 Saladin. This is what that means. 5551 Saladin. I would say the daily speed ups are fine. Monthly attacks are fine. top 3 in Midas Governor, I would say that's actually a little bit more for whales. I think this is where you can actually look into legendary equipment without accessory legendaries. You can get some legendary accessories, but then again, I don't think it's really the best kind of place for it at this point. KvK 2, you should still work on your main gear with the exception of accessories, because you can always work on accessories as you enter KvK 3 or beyond. So I would say that's not as appropriate for Sharks at this point. Alright, I think that's it. Yeah, let's go ahead and move on to Whale tier. And right off the bat, Whale is when you can actually start looking at VIP 17 for that 5% all damage bonus. 5% all damage bonus. It is what it is. This is where you can actually look into it. And oh, actually I forgot some things about Sharks. I would say Fountain of Wisdoms, if you're unlocking T5, those you could be getting those, so I would say those are pretty decent places that you can start with. I would say if you're a whale, you get full legendary gears with equipments. This one's actually using dagger and drum, which I think a lot of people actually get dagger from some events. So yeah, whales can actually look into getting the full legendary gears for that. I think whales are technically where you can look into getting the Edward and Tomeris rally, although I don't recommend it. Hey Kevin, how's it going, dude? Yeah, I think whales are where you can technically look into getting Tomeris and Tutmos. No, Edward and Tomeris. Because I think that's not impossible. Although I don't recommend it, but with the commander swap, maybe you just didn't use any gold heads at all. During the KvK 1 and 2, you basically worked off of 511 Tutmos with YSG expertise. And you use all your gold heads as you enter KvK 2. I think that's practically possible, theoretically possible, so yeah, I think that's fine. What else is possible? You can start getting legendary piece from VIP shop if you hit VIP 18. I would say this is where you can actually... Wait, hold on. Is Charge Martel expertise something that a shark will do or a whale will do? What do you guys think? Because I think some people might be able to expertise Charge Martel, even if you're a shark, because you want to get that used as, you know, Commander Swap event fodder. But I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea, to be honest. What do you guys think? Shark can expertise YSG, LS and YSG? Yeah, I would say. It's a shark thing? CM shark? Okay, let's go ahead and move CM to shark. Because like, Alexander the Great, you're using him on the field. It's amazing, but the reason why I didn't put Charles Martel in there before was like, well, maybe Charles Martel expertise is a little bit more for Garrison, but yeah, I think this is fine. 5511 Charles for a shark. What do you guys think? You guys are okay. Let's do a poll. CM expertise for shark or whale? I'm gonna leave him as shark for now, and you guys decide. Okay, cool. I would say Whale is one you can actually look into top 3 in Midas Governor event. Even if you're not number 1, top 3 is still very, very strong. It will give you, I think, 60 at top 3, 180 for first place, 90 for second place, and then third place you should get 60. So really, really strong benefit of being a whale in your kingdom, I think. And then I think this is maybe when you can actually look into some special inscription, 1 or 2, just because you can get the scroll one from the KvK rewards, and then if you pulled enough, you can actually get the what's this called? Yeah, you can get the banner for free. So that's what that one was for. If you get at least 2 special inscriptions, which one of this is from the winning KvK, and then the second one is for doing the mileages on the shop. I think that's possible for whales. Why would you 5555 CM if you can 5555 YSG and later Alice? Because Charles Martel can be used as a garrison lead in KvK 1 and 2. Yeah, because for KvK 1 and 2, Charles Martel is GOAT garrison lead. You don't really get that many choices outside of Wu Zetian. And Wu Zetian is a controversial person of its own. Okay, we got 2 votes for Sharks. Okay, let's go ahead and get the Sharks in. Yeah, let's just leave him here, because I think some Sharks can actually garrison lead. I think this is difficult. I think Whale is when you can look into maybe unlocking Wu Zetian. I don't know about expertise, to be really honest with you. I think you can unlock Khan if you're a cavalry lead. I think you can unlock Constantine. I don't know about expertise. I think Constantine is fine. And then this is, I don't know if you should expertise Tamiris, but Edward will do a stock. If you're a rally lead for KvK 2, I think having Edward or Blue stock expertise at least, so that you don't use Tamiris as secondary, but then again, why is she a secondary? I think that is possible. But to have even Tamiris expertise, I don't think that's really a whale thing. I think that's more of a Kraken thing to do. You know what we're missing? The daily materials, like the 7-day supply. Yeah, actually, that's what this is actually meant for. The 7-day speed up supply. That's basically meant as in like you get the 7 days things outside of the gem one. So I think this basically covers it. I think Sharks actually get those. And I think whales can get gold test from the VIP shop, in my opinion, regularly. I think Sharks can get it too, but then again, whales is when you actually start getting them more regularly for you to get the missing gold test from the earlier part of the game, in my opinion. Okay. I think that's pretty much it. Wu Zetian, just for those of you who are not too familiar with what she does, she is a garrison lead commander for leadership. She can be used with YSG or Charles Martel. Her damage factor and healing all combined technically does outperform Charles Martel in garrison. But you can just use Charge Metal with YSG. Like that's still more standard garrison in KvK 1 and 2. So like having Uzi Tian even unlocked is kind of a luxury at that point. I don't know who will really use Uzi Tian to the expertise level. But yeah, that is an option that you can look into at the end of the day. Alright, let's go ahead and move to Kraken. Kraken is people who almost does not have a limit. And that is when you can actually look into VIP 19 for KvK 2. It is crazy because I haven't even seen VIP 19. And I play for years, right? And the fact that we have an idea of the fact that there are some people who can do this is crazy. I know Buzz just hit VIP 19 on his account, but you know, I know that Buzz buys his account, so and it is just, and he has really high budget. Buzz has really high budget, and to think that some people can actually hit VIP 19 in KvK 2 is absolutely crazy, but this is where you get to Kraken level, my friends. This is where you get to Kraken level, my friends. Yeah, you can look into hitting VIP 19 in KvK 2, I think, if you are in a Kraken level of spend. Now, I think this is obviously when you can actually look into getting speed ups from VIP shops, like full max out, you buy everything in the VIP shops. This is where you can maybe look into building actually post KvK level of equipment with like the meta garrison, meta field equipment. You can see that it's not using Hope Cloak, it's actually using all infantry set pieces along with drum and greatest glory. The reason why this is actually valued more so than whatever you see here is because once you actually swap out the KvK weapon and the helmet, this set actually is currently the best set that you can find on the field, with the exception of Horn and Ring missing. So you can look into the best setup, quote unquote, is what I mean by this equipment set. It could change based on what level of what kind of patch that we're on, but then again, that's what I mean. You can look into best optimized for a season of Conquest. Upcoming season of Conquest, you can iconic it. You can just look into building the best equipment at the end of the day too, is what I meant. My enemy kingdom leader is 100 million power, is still on KvK 1, please save me. Yeah, my KvK 1 I went against, I think, 120 million power person 2. Our kingdom had like several 80 million power people. I think I was like 60 million. So I was pretty behind them, but we were able to defend against them. Just gang up a lot of whale people, like the 80 million power people, just push them out to him, and just hope that he's not really that strong. KvK 1 though is okay because there's not that many good commanders for him to run 5 amazing marches. So I would say that's the only thing that I can say to you, that like, hey, like at least they don't have full season of Conquest 5 marches. At least like 2 or 3 of those marches will be very, very ineffective, is all I can say. I bet he has Hannibal expertise and he's running it on the field, and it's just not, it's okay, but it's not really great. But yeah, let's finish this. Kraken, I don't think full special inscription even for Kraken and KvK 2 is even possible. I would say this is actually more for ego only, so I'll go ahead and keep it here. I would say Wuzi Tian expertise is something that you can look into if you're Kraken. I would say expertise Tamiris is also something that you can look into as a Kraken. Expertise Constantine is also something that you can look into as Kraken. All those commanders are just absolutely amazing. But the difference between what they have and their second alternative, their opportunity cost, if you will, is not really that different. Again, Uzi Tian is a great commander. It's the best garrison that you can find in KvK 2, but after your KvK 2 is done, you're gonna get pushed out by almost any of Season of Conquest garrisons. So a lot of people don't get her. Same goes with her best alternative in KvK 1 and 2. Like Charles Martel and YSG are absolutely crazy commanders. They actually are only marginally worse than Uzi Tian and whatever combination, the best combination that you can bring with Uzi Tian. So like, I would say Charles Martel, YSG, if you have them expertise, just use them. Don't waste your gold heads into Uzi Tian, even if you're a Kraken. It's my suggestion. But I get that some people still like to use the best of the best, which I think is fair. All right, so and last but not least, some people actually do expertise Richard the First. The fact that it has the Richard the First's wheel shows up before in KvK 1, and the fact that your dailies would actually come in for Richard the First in KvK 1. It makes it possible for Krakens to actually expertise Richard the First if you want to use him. I've seen some people do it. I don't recommend it. Richard does his job at 5511. I think 5551 at the best is my recommendation for investment in him. But Krakens are Krakens, right? And I have Tutmos here. I'm gonna put him up there. I'll just call this any gold key commander. If you're Kraken, this is when you can look into expertising some gold key commanders already, just because you just almost have no limit to your budget. That's what the definition of Kraken is. Like, if people who are willing to spend way more than the whales, this is when they can expertise gold key commanders, just straight up. And they can actually use them on the field. Things like Frederick that I talked about earlier today in today's stream, right? Frederick is a great commander for KvK 1 and 2, because if you actually look at his expertise skill, he basically does 2400 damage factor as a pre-KvK commander. But unless you have an expertise, you cannot use him. You actually get 80% chance to deal additional damage factor for 800 damage factor. That actually puts his expected damage output down to 1960. But if you expertise him, you can actually use Frederick even in KvK 2, in my opinion. But, you know, only Krakens can look into those, in my opinion. It's just a flex. Yeah, exactly. Richard expertise is just a flex. I agree with you, L1. T5 for whales. There you go. T5 is for whales though? KvK 2? I think T5 for shark is possible for KvK 2. KvK 1, it was definitely whale. KvK 2, I think shark. But what do you think? If someone else agrees, if someone else seconds L1's opinion, I'll say I'll move that up. I think, yeah, it could be either for KvK 2, in my opinion. I think KvK 1, it was whale, but KvK 2, you spent a little more time. I think even for sharks, it is possible for you to unlock T5. Ego only moves are simple. SVIP, T5 day 1. Some people get T5 day 1. They're just flexing. I don't know why they would unlock T5 day 1. Yeah, like some people does some crazy stuff, my friends, and then full special inscription for KvK 2 players. I don't know if that's even possible, but let's say, imagine you have unlimited amount of money, and if you have unlimited amount of money, if you're Elon Musk who's playing Rise of Kingdoms, then obviously I think it is technically possible. And even then, you need to get really, really lucky, I think, for you to have full special inscription on KvK 2. In my opinion. I don't really know. I am not a shark. Yes, you are whale or kraken, my friend. If you unlock T5 at day 55, that is crazy. You're a whale or kraken, my friend. No, are you? No, no, that was George. That was George. My apologies, Aljuan. My apologies. But I think so. My apologies to both George and Eljuan, my friend. But yeah, I think SVIP is just for the looks. There's no real benefit to SVIP except for the daily stuff that you get. And for you to achieve that in KvK 2 is absolutely crazy. There's no combat benefit for SVIP. But you do get some perks for inscription wise. Yo, Mafu, how's it going, man? We're doing KvK Season 2. KvK 2, whale spendless. Oh, let's ask Mafu. Do you think sharks can get T5 unlocked in KvK 2? Sharks are people who spend up to $500 per month. Or should it be whale? Which is 4 times of that. Maybe Mafu might have a good idea. By KvK 2, I think so. Yeah, I agree. I think Mafu is a shark, isn't it? I think Mafu is somewhere between shark and a whale. By this standard. And he had T5 unlocked for a while, no? Alright. By Mafu's approval, I'll leave T5 over here. If you disagree, go to Mafu's channel and terrorize his channel. Just kidding, just kidding. Is this tier before KvK 1? No, this is tier for KvK 2. This is tier list for KvK 2, George. I got T5 in KvK 3. There you go. He's in between. Actually, he's more of a shark, I think. But I also played KvK 2 twice. I see. So maybe it is actually somewhere around the whale. Who knows? So George is like looking at this list and like, oh, what are those like whale? The KvK 1. He's the guy who unlocked T5 in 55 days. That is crazy. You're a kraken, my friend. Just for reference. All right, I think that concludes it. Again, Ego only SVIP T5 day 1, full special inscription. Krakens VIP 19, full speed ups on the VIP shop, and the best equipment that you can possibly find that is possible at the power, at the age of your account. And then also Wuzitian expertise, Tamir's expertise, and Constantine expertise, Richard expertise, and Gold Key Commander expertise for Kraken. Now for Whale, $2,000 per month, up to $2,000 per month. You can get VIP 17. I think it's possible. Now I'm looking at it. VIP 17? Yeah. Anyways, and then full legendary equipment. Not technically looking at Season of Conquest, but full legendary equipment that you can use at this very moment. And then running Banana Head, Edward the Woodstock, and Tamir's Rally is possible, I think, at whale level. And then legendary materials from VIP shop is possible. Top 3 in Midas Governor is possible. I think some special inscriptions are possible at whale level if you can actually get one from the KvK winning before, and also at the same time if you can get one from, you know, getting the one cycle of banner mileages, then you can get 2 special inscriptions. So more than 1 special inscription is what I mean by this, and then that is possible for whales. I think Uzi-10 unlocking is fine, Khan unlocking is fine, Constantine unlocking is fine, and expertise with Edward with Woodstock for rally. If you have expertise Edward with Woodstock for rally, you can actually use YHG as secondary even if you don't have Tamira's expertise, and then maybe you can use him for commander swap event in the future. And then also at the same time, gold heads for VIP shop fully maxing out. That is also possible for whales. I think you got ego. Yeah, your ego only level, my friend. Sharks are people who spend up to $500. You can get T5 unlocked by KvK too. This is actually the most controversial thing, but I would say this is possible. And you can get dailies maxed out. You can get some speed ups. You can get full spins on the egg event. Almost every turn, I would say, for sharks. And then 1 special inscription for the KvK winning before. I think that's all possible. You can get the daily speed ups and material stuff. And the monthly special, I think some people buy those. And then the equipment wise, you can just get full legendary equipments. They would usually focus on legendary equipments and maybe not the accessories are possible. Maybe you can get 1 or 2 accessories, legendary accessories such as drum. But usually this is where I would see a shark in terms of equipment wise. And then you can get Fountain of Wisdom and then the Wisdom package full purchase for T5 unlocking. Charles Mattel T5 expertise for garrisoning if it is something that you are looking into. And also at the same time unlocking Saladin to 5-5-5-1 if your cavalry lead is possible. And also at the same time expertising Alexander the Great for the field fighting is also good. For Tuna, you can hit up to VIP 14 for that 3 daily gold heads by KvK2 in my opinion. You can also look into buying 30-day gem supply, first time purchase gems for 100% extra, and daily pass. Maybe not as often as sharks, but something that you can get it. And then you can get budget set like the epic sets and the blue shield for infantry, as well as some of the equipment sets from the infantry. You can see that it is using 3 pieces of legendary sets for infantry, as well as some of the rare and special, the epic and the blue ones. And you can also get some materials from the VIP shops. You can enter Mightiest Governor event, maybe earn a commander or 2 from Mightiest Governor event. You can buy all the pop-ups. You can get Saladin unlocked, maybe not 5-5-5-1, but just for you to use on the field. Cyrus unlocked 1-1-1-1. This is actually for Barbarian Chain. Apparently he's not that bad, so something that you can look into. And this is where some people can actually look into expertising Minamoto. Not recommended 100% nowadays, but something that you can look into. And then getting some speed ups. Goldfish is people who spends up to $200 or more, so people who have actually set budget that you don't really want to go across. This is when you can hit VIP 12 and then you can get what's this called? Minamoto unlocked. And Grow Fund is what I recommend. Riders of History is what I recommend. The first time purchase for 30-day gem supply is what I recommend. Vanquishers is what I recommend. And also at the same time, sometimes you can actually get some materials from the shop if you really can get it. And then I will recommend for the Goldfish players is to get the egg event unlocked. And also at the same time, get like 10 pulls every time that you see an egg event to get blueprints from it for legendary materials, legendary equipments. And then you can get expertise YSG, and then unlocking Alexander the Great is also recommended for Goldfish players. Planktons, free-to-play players, you can actually technically hit VIP 10 by KvK2 depending on your kingdom, depending on your alliance that you're in. But if you have a good and active alliance, I think VIP 10 is possible for Plankton people. You can get Lohar for, this just means that you're focusing on your bars as much as possible. You can get some materials from the shop. I don't recommend it though. And then you can unlock Richard and YSG. Maybe run YSG 5111 or 5551, or have Richard 5111 and then just run those barbarians as much as possible for the gem supply that you'll be able to get from the field. So that's basically it for the tier list. For spend list, I've been saying this wrong, but KvK 2 will spend list tier list for everyone who's playing KvK 2 right at the moment in Rise of Kingdoms, and I made this using Tier Maker. If you guys actually enjoyed today's video, please go ahead and drop a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you do, if I see more viewerships, maybe I'll do this for KvK 3 and 4 as well. We'll see. I mean, maybe one for Season of Conquest as well. Let's see how that goes. But I'm going to go ahead and close out the recording during the live stream. I'm going to continue the live stream, so don't leave the stream just because I'm closing this. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And as always, I'll see you all in the next video. All right, peace. All right, guys, that was a good list. I would say save or download. I'm gonna say KvK 2 tier list. KvK 2 spend tier list. I made live with viewers. Then I'm gonna download the image. And there it is. I'll post it on the, I'll post this on the, what's this called? Our Discord channel. How about that? I think this is a pretty good list. Let's go ahead and move on from this. Wow, I was talking for an hour though. Making that tier list, that was pretty fun. All right, what do I have here? We got some stuff. Okay. Wait, where did all my marches go? Did I not send out farms? Oh my god, I did not send out farms. Okay. Later today, I'll probably go ahead and try to get as many of those Mauderers as possible. I mean, I don't know how far I'm gonna go, but we'll see. I think it's generally a good idea for me to do Mauderers as much as possible, just because of the fact that, hey, like, I have a lot of action points left on this account. You see that I am sitting at 100,000 at the very least, 150,000-ish. So, and Mauderers give you a lot of, you know, arrow resistance as well as VIP points sometimes, and also at the same time gems. It'll help me out greatly in terms of getting that 100 pulls on Minamoto, no, YSG. So that would be good. You got 33 billion resources for KvK. Reckon it's enough? Yeah, it's enough. Oh my god. But you need to fund your own farms too. So maybe that's one thing that's a blocker for you, because you have like so many farms that you're funding. And like, yeah, I think that will be an interesting thing for you to actually look at. Let's go ahead and check out my main account. I think the fights are gonna be more. Training, because we have more kingdoms in this new KvK. We have 20 kingdoms versus what we had before was like, what, 2 on each camp, so 8 kingdoms. So it's gonna be at least twice as big, right? So we'll see. We'll see how this goes, man. Maybe I need to get more stocked up on resources on my main account. I do have my farm account sitting on some resources too, but yeah, I definitely am not around 33 billion resources. Musa, could you recommend me 2 pairings for KvK1? What do you main in? What do you main? What's your main troop type? I can suggest you anything. Hopefully the ball fights are better for my towers to set up. Last time it swung too much. Yeah, we pushed in too much on the last one. I feel like I would say that was a bit of a that was a bit worse for us to fight in. Next reset, I'm gonna have Armament Reveal Thyself event, so next reset is gonna be definitely more interesting for me, at least, because I need those armaments. Hopefully, I get a special inscription on that one though, because if I do, then Zanziska, 12 legendary commander sculptures. Let's go for the Karuaks. Oh, actually, one thing that I did forget to do. I don't know if this is possible. Fausto Jr. What does that mean? Good night? Oh, good night, my friend. Alright. Where do I claim the rewards on this? I just did it on the other account. Oh my god. Redeem. There you go. Okay, so it's doable for all accounts. That's nice. Yo, Seno, how's it going, dude? You got Archer and Cavalry. Do you main an Archer? Do you want to main Archer or Cavalry? Because that's the 2 very different things. Oh, I got a lot of gems. Let's open them up. Okay. Hi. Oh, Cav defense skin? So, I don't think I can actually craft this, to be honest with you. By KvK fight time. I'm missing, what, 37 legendary materials? 37. So if I want 37 materials, if I max out the materials on the shop, it's gonna get me like what? 10? Not even 10. Yeah, 10 actually. I'll get 7 probably, because I did buy 3 yesterday. So that will put me at 30 short of whatever I have. If I start dismantling all Guan Yu gear, maybe that's possible. Along with the blue shield that I have on him. We'll find out. I'll do the math in the back end. See if that's actually even possible. So, George, for you, if you have cavalry and archers, let's go to Champions of Olympia because they actually have best settings. Presets, there you go. Ooh, Seno, thank you. Wow. 10,000 IDR in donation, I would say. Thank you so much, dude. You should save up for your account, man. Thank you, thank you. You should have saved up for your account. I really appreciate it, though. Alright, so I'll say for KvK1, if you really are into archers, KvK1 really depends on where you want to use this commander, right? YSG. If you are into cavalry, if your gear for cavalry is much better, technically speaking, I would say using Minamoto and YSG is the best way to go about it. Where's Minamoto? Where's Minamoto? Yeah, Minamoto and YSG is just really, really good because you can get both of them expertise really easily. YSG you have to expertise anyways. And Minamoto, for you, for people of your spend level, Minamoto is the easiest commander for you to expertise, right? And when I was a cavalry main, I was running KvK1, this was my best march. And Minamoto does some crazy 2300 damage vector in average, which is absolutely crazy. And that amplified by YSG's 50% skill damage buff is just absolutely crazy. So that's, if you're running cavalry as a main thing, I would say one march should definitely be this one. If you're running another march that you wanted to use as archer, then it only comes down to one extra march that you can actually run, which is gonna be Tutmos and what's this called? Where's Kusanagi at? Tutmos and Kusanagi. Tutmos and Kusanagi. If you want to use both archers and cavalry, and if you want to main cavalry, this is what I would suggest you. Now, if you want to main archers and use cavalry as a secondary, that actually complicates things less because you just gotta do. Where's archers at? What you gotta do instead is just run YSG with Tutmos. Where's YSG? There you go. YSG to Tutmos. This can be your one march. This can be your main march that you have all of your equipments kind of invested into, and this would actually do the best. And then also at the same time for your cavalry, I would say the best alternative if you're already using Tutmos and YSG as your main march, then I think cavalry, this is the best march. Minamoto with buy bars on the field. Yeah, so YSG is the key for every comp, right? Let's actually go to a tier maker and then do that. Let's see. Isn't there a KvK1 tier maker? Yeah, let's go ahead and reset this and then let's go ahead and work on it. So even for infantry, I think where you put Minamoto and YSG is where it would actually be, where everything would actually matter at the end of the day, right? So let's see. Those are all the commanders, right? Where were they? Wait, where are they? There you go. Okay, so I'm gonna move them all up because I'm gonna use them all at the same time. Okay, so if you got accepted to a good high school, there you go, Senna. Top 1 in your city, wow, that's crazy, dude. And that money came from piloting, wow, okay. There you go, thank you so much, though. Really appreciate it, man. Okay, so let's look at what is possible. So if you're infantry main, infantry main number 1, infantry main number 2. If you're infantry main, I would say if you just run Charles Martel and Richard, and again, YSG usually, I would suggest they go right behind Charles Martel. He's fine as Richard too. Actually, I would say Richard YSG if you actually have him really maxed out. I think this is a very good comp for infantry mains. If you want to swap them, that's fine. Whatever floats your boats the best. I would say this is actually what I would recommend because Richard has damage reduction built into his passive, and also so does Sun Tzu, right? So Sun Tzu has absolutely crazy damage reduction synergy with Richard. They do also counterattack damage. I'm gonna send more next stream. Thank you. You don't have to though. I mean, really appreciate it, but you're too young. You gotta save up for future, man. So that's what I would suggest. Infantry mains, if you go back and forth between those two, I think that's fine. If you want to add a cavalry march into it, I would say just run this, right? Minamoto with buy bars. But that's basically what I recommend. If you're a cavalry main though, let's just go ahead and work on cav main. Cavalry main doesn't really get that many choices. You just gotta run Minamoto with YSG. Like that should be your main kind of thing. Let me just go ahead and separate them real quick. Yeah. And then cavalry main number 2. You really don't wanna use anything else. If you're a cavalry main person, I would say just run Charles Martel with Sun Tzu. Where's Sun Tzu at? Do I not have Sun Tzu here? Oh no, there you go. Yeah, Charles Martel, Sun Tzu. You can also use Richard as an alternative, but that's what I'll run for 2 marches for cavalry. And then I'll just say for archer mains, I would say Tutmos is a must. And where's let's add more YSGs. Why not? Tutmos and YSG is what I recommend. And then for the secondary march, it really depends. If you have Minamoto, then I'll say you should use Minamoto YSG or Minamoto whatever. Kusanagi maybe, not Kusanagi, 5 bars. Even for archer mains, I would say you still have to work with Sun Tzu. I would say Sun Tzu, Charles Martel is still what I would recommend for archer mains. Cause if you're not invested in cavalry, this is not what you will run. And then, yeah, this is what I would recommend if you're running just 2 marches on the field. Hey, George, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Oh my god. $99 Mexican dollars? Thank you so much, dude. Really appreciate it. You didn't have to. Everyone, really, thank you so much for the donations. Yeah, but yeah, thank you so much. But yeah, this is what I'll recommend usually. If I were to add another row below, let's say I want to make third marches, right? On for each of them. Infantry main number 3. For those, I would say this is when Minamoto and Baibars kind of comes in with maybe potential for Ethelflaed if you're infantry main. You can also look into adding the a Metmed, but I personally don't recommend that you run Metmed. Also, at the same time, if you want, you can technically run this too, Pyrrhus, if you're infantry main, but only after Richard is what I would recommend. I personally would like more AoEs on the field. My first donation brought good fortune. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Sano and George, both of you. Thank you, thank you. And then cavalry main, if you're using cavalry main. So this is where it gets kind of complicated. I think even for cavalry mains, you want to use Richard. Because 511 Richard is better than almost anything that you'll be able to find on the field. And then this is where I personally use Ethelflaed or Tutmos as a cav main. I know it sounds crazy that you're using 2 infantry marches as cavalry main, but trust me, the earlier part, infantry just gets crazy buff stuff. Like, I think it's best to run those. And for cavalry mains, I don't recommend that you run archers because infantries are better than archers. You're already using YSG right behind your cavalry stuff. I think this is good enough. For archer mains, I would say if you were to make third marches, this is when you'll have Minamoto and where's Baibars? Baibars added. So that way, you get like the best of all 3 worlds. You can look into maybe using Richard in place of Charles Martel, but yeah, that would really depend on whether or not you actually built Richard or not to a usable level, in my opinion. So yeah, that's what I would suggest for cavalry mains, infantry mains, and archer mains. If you're going cavalry main route, and if you want to build archer, I would say, Minamoto YSG, and then Tutmos with Kusanagi. And then maybe making 1 infantry march. Infantry, yeah, again, in KvK 1 is overpowered. So I would say even if you want to run like richer than Sun Tzu or anything that includes Sun Tzu, I think it's worth bringing out into the field, in my opinion, for KvK 1. It's just what I suggest, personally. But it's up to you. It's up to you. This is what I would suggest. Now, if I were to make like the 5 march setup myself, I can't. You gotta know what main that you gotta run, in my opinion. But let's say you got like unlimited amount of money, and you really want to run 5 march setup. as a KvK1 player, I would say then the best is add the row below with 5 march. There you go. Like, if I had unlimited amount of money, everyone has legendary equipment, I would say Tutmos. Let's just add more commanders though, because I think I'll need all of them. Sun Tzu, Minamoto, Charles Martel, YSG. Okay, so I would say Tutmos YSG is number 1, because that's the only archer combination that you can actually run. Hey, Metas, win us the KvK. That's the Mountain Warfare. Really? Okay, well, I'll look into it if I can. I don't know if I can though, to be honest with you. Hey, I don't know if I can go anywhere. I'm not that strong, right? I'm like sitting at 80 million power, my friend. So I need a Richard. I need another Richard. Oh, there you go. Richard. You gotta think about which base commanders that you want to use, right? Charles Martel. You want all of those commanders just in case. And then you want Minamoto, right? So you want 1 Richard March, 1 Charles Martel March, 1 Minamoto March. And for each of them, Sun Tzu needs to be behind, I think. If you are not using YSG behind Charles Martel, then I think Sun Tzu does need to go behind Charles Martel, because otherwise you cannot use Pyrrhus and Charles Martel together. Because Charles Martel's shielding doesn't really stack with whatever Pyrrhus does. So I think this is the best kind of combination that you can give. I would say for Minamoto, you can bring out Baibars or Metmed, depending on what skill level that you have. You can also look into having KvK if you have really high skill level KvK. But although in open field, I would try to see if you can get as much open field skill damage as possible. Now, with all of that said, what could be the 5th March setup? I would say 5th March is a very flex match. I would say you can technically run something like this, right? Leadership March, perhaps, with Med and Ethelfled. You can build whatever you want with them, with whatever gear that you want. But if you're running 5 marches in KvK1, I would say instead of going with like Hannibal or any of those other commanders, I would say Med Ethelfled is actually not a bad choice. You can also look into putting KvK as the primary if you want to build cavalry equipment instead. So Mina, CC, or Baibars? I would say Baibars on the field. And CC for rally. Yeah, if you're running Minamoto rally, but then again, no, never mind. Mina YSG for rally, and Mina Baibars, YSG or Baibars for the field. If you're not using YSG behind Minamoto, then I think Baibars is the best option. Just because of the fact that Baibars, you already know. I think a lot of people who are watching this already know. But Baibars has the unreduced damage factor of 1000. So this is actually better than whatever Ethelfled has. It gives you 5000 damage factor in KvK1, which is only slightly worse than YSG's AoE skill damage after 50% damage buff, right? Because YSG's skill damage is 1700, but without and it gets buffed by 50% from the skill damage bonus, right? So if you were to calculate that, that's gonna be what, 850 extra, so 2550. And then if you multiply 2.1 for hitting 3 or more targets, then it actually, I think 210% is the maximum amount of damage factor that you can do. That's like somewhere around 5,000, a little bit more than what Bybars does, but that's why YSG is so strong. But the fact that an expertise epic commander can do almost the same amount of damage, same as Sun Tzu. Sun Tzu does 1,000 damage factor, and he also generates 50 rage every time, like for each unit that he hits. So he rage cycles a lot faster than any of the commanders that you can get access to in KvK1, without the damage reduced by the number of targets that you hit. So that's why Sun Tzu and Bybars is what I recommend a lot whenever you see me do anything in KvK1. And so this way you don't have to invest in for one, what's his name? What was his name? Hannibal, right? You don't have to invest in Hannibal. You don't have to invest in any other like useless commanders that you can't commander swap to, because if you build all those commanders, then most likely you have more than enough commanders for you to commander swap in the future. So yeah, so this is what I'll recommend as like kind of like the ideal thing. If you don't want to use Archer, it's actually easier for you to choose because Minamoto can be placed anywhere around here. But the key is those 4 commanders: Tutmos, Richard, Charles Martel, and Minamoto. Those are the 4 commanders that I can definitely say are good choices for you to use in KvK1 as primary commanders. I didn't know that. Thank you. No, it's no problem. Yeah, so there are a couple commanders that does not get impacted by the number of units that it hits. Sun Tzu is one of them. He does 800 direct damage factor up to 5 enemy troops in a fan. So that may not sound like much, but he also generates, he also deals 200 extra damage to each and every one of them, right? So this is actually 5,000 damage factor at maximum damage factor skill that you can do in the field. And on top of that, the fact that you generate 50 rage per each unit hit, if you hit 5 of them, you basically generate 1/4 of all the rage that you actually use already. And he has a skill damage bonus, right? 20% skill damage bonus. So that's why Sun Tzu is considered the greatest of all times for epic commanders in terms of AoE. But if you look at YSG, expertise skill, it does 1700 damage factor, but for every additional target you hit with this, reduces the damage to each target by 15%. The reason why this is there is simple, is because otherwise AoE will be too overpowered. So if you hit 5 targets, I think you'll do 200 damage factor, because it gets reduced down to 40% of the original damage, but spread around 5 different targets, right? So this is actually 3,400 damage factor skill. But then again, if you actually add 50% skill damage on top of that, that's when it gets ramped up to 5,100 damage factor skill. And the reason why YSG is so good is because he has rage generation engine too. And also it's a circular AoE instead of a conic AoE like Sun Tzu and Bybars is. So it is a lot easier for you to hit all 5 targets, or at least 3 targets or more, to do the maximum amount of damage peak. Again, any commander that is legendary commander, with the exception of Ethelfled. Ethelfled is also the same way, but her damage factor is only 800, so it's not really that good. Her real power comes from the debuff that she does, which is the attack defense health reduction of 30% to up to 5 targets in a half circle. So that's why her skill is okay. But anything else, yeah, I would say Isangye is really good. Any other skill damage dealing commander that is legendary has the same mechanics, right? Arthur, it hits up to 3 enemy targets with 2800 damage vector. Every additional target reduces the damage up to damage to each target by 15%. That means that if you hit 3 targets, you're gonna do 70% damage to 3 targets, right? George, you need a pilot or something? Hey yo, Seno, don't. You're advertising your business here, huh? But yeah, all the other commanders have the same mechanics, right? Like Scipio Aemilianus, 3 target, 2000 damage vector. Zhuge Liang, 2000 damage vector, 5 targets in circular. Yeah, but it all gets reduced down 15% each. But yeah, that's what I have. That's why those 2 commanders are really, really good. They're almost as good as YSG. As a matter of fact, if you're just looking at purely maximum damage output potential, Sun Tzu does have better potential than YSG. It's just that it's conic shape. You're not going to hit 5 targets all the time, and only when you hit 5 targets is when Sun Tzu does have better damage output expectation than YSG. So that's why a lot of people actually use YSG, and it also buffs other commander more. Like if you're using Tutmos with YSG, then Tutmos' skill also gets buffed by 50% instead of 20% from Sun Tzu, and that way, like it buffs the total damage output up of the pair more so than using Sun Tzu. So yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what I would suggest. If you want, I can also take a look at your account and suggest a best lineup. I do account coaching series, as you might have already noticed. As you might have already noticed, I do account coaching series all the time. Like this one, I did it for just Insane. I think he was on here earlier, but just Insane. So Justin was on here, and I was like, hey, like take a look at your account. Go ahead and join. Yeah, I have been muted. Let's go ahead and pass on all the ads. And you can see I take a look at his account. I look at his lineup that he sent me, and what his focus is, what his current lineup is, and then kind of go over everything, how I would suggest that you would build your equipment, and then at the end, how I would suggest that you run your KvK 1, KvK 2, KvK 3, KvK 4. If you're in the earlier part of the game kind of player. If you're in the later part of the game player, I would actually suggest something else, you know, in terms of like the best account coaching and all that stuff. Yeah, the Koven has gone through, I think the Koven was one of the first couple people that I did. I think it was episode number 3. And if you look at how much he has improved since then, it is absolutely crazy. Not necessarily because of my account coaching series, I would say, but where's Koven at? Yeah, but like his account has progressed so much over the last 4 months that I've actually did YouTube of, that it is just crazy. Like he's so much stronger than what he used to be, and like, you know, like he does really well on anything that he does. Where is your video, Koven? Has it been that long already? There you go. Yeah, if you look at Kevin's account now, it's just absolutely crazy. Like he has like the full inscriptions and everything. And then I actually did like a follow-up series of his account. Did I not compare it here? Oh yeah, there you go. I did a comparison of what his wedge formation used to be and what it is now. What his gear used to be and what it is now. For each and every like commander that he has. And they are all crazy much better than what it used to be. Like, and like he gained like so much kill point. You can see that he gained 1.3 kill points over the 2 KvKs that he ran with us. Was really crazy in my opinion. And you can see that everything that he has is just really cleaned up very much. Kevin's chat now. Yes, I agree. Kevin is chat. His siege is actually really good too. Like if you look at it, like all of those inscriptions are like rare inscription level. Like line shot gives you 5%, I think, normal damage, range normal damage, which is basically 5% all damage for what he runs, which is God's Armada. And then Bloody Blood is also really good. Ballistics also gives you a lot of all damage too. And look at this. Look at this. He went. Yeah. He also. I think the armament is where he made the most amount of improvement. You can see that he was running wedge. Now he actually has a really good armament for pincer, right? And Toppler and Raider also at the same time really strong. And he's just missing some stats, but then again he also has Hardy, which is gonna give him 3.5% health. So Spiked also gives him 3.5% attack, so that kind of compensates for the missing stats that he has on his account. And I think this also made some improvements too. And all in all, he's like, yeah, his setup's really crazy. I would say, I personally think his setup is really good now. If I went 5v5 against him, I think I might lose, because my 5th March is trash. But he does have actually full 5 marches. Yesterday we did a 3v3 duel, but my first 3 marches are really good. My 4th March starts to suck a lot, and then my 5th March is actually absolutely crazy. Like bad, crazy bad. My 1st March obviously is one of the best marches in the game. My 2nd March is actually okay, not the best. It has the buffs in the right places. My 3rd March, obviously, Qin Shi Huang is just OP, so that's why he's good. And then my 4th March, Bai Chi, you can see that he's missing accessory in one of the slot. And then he doesn't even have a legendary weapon that I haven't even built him. And then my 5th March is just Blue Guan Yu. Kevin's gonna melt me if they were 5v5, I think. But yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. All right, I think that's everything that I have for you today, to be honest with you. So in today's video, we did the More Than Gem event for my restart account. Also, we made an awesome tier list. We made an awesome tier list for KvK 2, guys. This is actually really good. I like it. I like where it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and share the video once I actually am done editing that a little bit. I don't really do much of editing, but I'm gonna go ahead and add the AI subtitle and then actually post it on the YouTube. I think last one did really well though. Like last one that I just added the AI, the KvK 1 spend list did absolutely crazy. So I think a lot of people like the word whale. So it did really well. I'm gonna post the video. Hopefully it's gonna be the same, but we'll see. And then yeah, the More Than Gem kind of puts my restart at a very close point to hitting VIP 14, I think, which is absolutely crazy. I was very efficient with this account. Like I didn't spend much of the gems, except for that one day that I kind of screwed up at the egg event. And I only need what, like 1,600 more gems, 15,400 gems for me to actually hit VIP 14. I'm gonna see if I'm going to do that or not still, because of the fact that YSG is just right around the corner probably. So we'll see. Let's see how that goes. But anyways, we did a lot of things today. I have streamed for 2 hours. More streaming coming up tomorrow and next week in general, just because we have the new KvK map opening next week. So tomorrow is, I don't know if tomorrow would actually open the KvK map up, but it would at least open the armament reveal thyself event up, so that way I can actually try to spend a lot of gems on my main account, see if I can get the pity for my armament fast forwarded as much as possible. Someone donate another $100 so Medicus VIP 14. No. Enough for today. I'm closing out the stream. I don't want people to spend on the stream as I'm closing out, so I do apologize for that. Tomorrow at Reset, there's going to be another live stream. Should be Wednesday when the KvK open. Okay, that's good. So that means that we, we'll be able to fight pretty well. Hopefully it will be pretty good KvK. Crossing fingers, especially on both my main account and my restart account. You can see that my Eve of the Crusade actually started on my restart account too. So we'll see. I mean, I guess I'll have 2 days of time lag between this KvK and my main KvK. So that means I'll be crazy streaming throughout the later part of next week fully. So it's gonna be crazy, guys. It's gonna be crazy. So stay tuned for that. All of you, love you all. Thank you so much. I'll see you all in the next stream, guys. All right, take care, everyone. Have a good night. Thank you, Seno. Thank you, George, for all of your donations. Really appreciate it, my friends. I need someone to pilot. Seno wants to pilot someone. Just make sure that if you are one of those people who are looking for pilots, just let Seno know. He's a good guy. He's a credible guy for sure. So even though I'm free, hey, he's free apparently. So yeah, he's a good guy. He just lost access to his main account, so he's been the mercenary of Rise of Kingdoms, I would say. So if you guys want, check him out. Talk to him on the Discord from the link down below. And as always, I'll see you all in the next video. All right, thank you, bye bye.